Okay, we got to fight. We got to fight, and the fight got pushed back from its original date, which was, I believe, October 23rd. It's now October 31st. Leo versus Tank Davis is going to be a showdown. It's going to be in, I believe, Austin, Texas, which is going to definitely be leaning more towards Leo's favor in that. But I just got done watching the press conference, their first press conference, and it was very interesting. It was dope, but it was very, very interesting. A lot was said from both sides. Um, Tank, he's on weight and he promises to make weight. Willie though, we shall see for real. He says that every training camp, and the excuse changes. But me personally, I believe that he's definitely gonna be on weight. I'm just being real. But we shall see though. You know what I mean? But me personally, yeah, I believe that he's pretty much already on weight. He already said something about already being around weight. Leo stands by his predictions for Tank being just like a first half fighter, like just 1 through 6 being strong, and he said that he got to stay away from his punch and pretty much outside box. Pretty much the more Leo had spoke, the more confident Tank got, because Leo was pretty much exposing his game plan and exposing his own weakness to Tank. I don't believe Leo is that slick. I can't say smart, but I don't think he's that slick to be able to just give out all of this information and be able to trick up Tank. You know what I mean? So he was giving away gold all through this pretty much, but he stands by his prediction and feeling like he'll be able to swarm Tank after the 6th round, but he pretty much got an outside box Tank for the first 6. And Tank ate that up. Tank's happy to hear that. It's real weird. Well, first of all, they both believe that this fight would shoot them both into the pound for pound list. Um, they originally they said pound for pound top 5, and I wasn't really questioning it. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't really go through the list, and I know that Tank he was talking about, since anyways there. He'll be another one of them. Would be another like small fighter on the pound for pound list. I think he couldn't get anyways name out there, and it makes sense. But I don't know. Like I feel like they definitely could, like, because they went back and they said like top 10 at least, and I'm like, definitely whoever wins it should definitely be in the top 10 easily. Top 5, we gotta definitely question that, because just resume. You know what I mean? Yeah, one's a 3 division world champion, which is Gervonta Tank Davis, and one is a 4 division world champion, which is obviously Leo Santa Cruz. But and they've both had fights. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like Tank, we know his journey as a fighter so far in the pros, but he's fought some name fighters at this point, like at least 2 with Pedraza and Gamboa. So we gotta at least give him credit where credit's due. Um, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, me personally, yeah, I would have to just give it to him. Honestly, I could honestly, I'm really leaning towards saying yeah about them being top pound for pound in the top 5. Honestly, because it's like I really don't see nothing wrong with that. It just depends how these next couple fights go for real, because things are definitely heating up. Um, Mayweather seems confident in Tank, but the more Mayweather spoke, it's like the more Leonard Appleby and Tank was like cringing inside pretty much, because it's like he wasn't giving away anything, but he was Mayweather's smart. So you like, that's a person that's real slick and sly. Like he can give people credit where credit is due and still wish them harm. You know what I mean? Like he's real good at that. So yeah, he was bigging up Leo like all through this, but beyond bigging up Leo, it's like he couldn't even bring it to himself to even give Tank Davis the same praise, or even mildly the same praise. He just kept saying how you got to work on Tank, and he's gonna always push Tank. And it's just that family. It's that family bond. Pretty much. But at the same time, we're not oblivious to the turmoil that's been in the Mayweather camp with Gervonta Tank Davis. So hearing just Mayweather speak, and then pressuring Ellerby to say certain stuff, and it I I don't know. Like, it was just very interesting. It was very interesting. I definitely suggest you guys watch the press conference if you haven't watched it. But I don't know. I just got signs that he's not as confident as as he's like showing us he is in Tank Davis. I feel like he's a little worried for Tank, and he very much so might be, because at the end of the day, Tank Davis, like he's a part of Tank's camp. Like Tank even said that his coach can't teach him stuff that Mayweather can, obviously, because Mayweather's a world champion, and his coach never been in a world champion situation except with him. So there was a lot exposed in that interview, and when Mayweather spoke, it definitely made Leo grin in excitement. But when Leo spoke, it made Tank grin in excitement. We're gonna get to the fight predictions later, but one thing that's cool is I didn't know that I didn't know that Mayweather. I didn't know Leo bought a Lamborghini off of Mayweather all cash, all cash. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why him and Leo got a good rapport. But the fight will be in Texas, and it was the elephant in the room. It finally got broken by a Latin, a Mexican reporter. He asked, do you believe that Leo Santa Cruz will be the draw in Texas? And I'm like, everyone should, I was super surprised that it was announced in Texas. And I'm like, that's Leo's spot. Like, Leo's obviously gonna get all the fans. So whenever when they were asked about it, I believe Leonard. I don't know if Leonard spoke on it, but I know that Mayweather, he gave a runaround, and he was like, I'm gonna make sure I do my rounds in Texas and everything like that. But at the end of the day, he after a lot of rambling, Mayweather admitted, like, 9 times out of 10 the fans are going to be in Leo's favor. But through the rambling, he was saying, like, I was telling Tank, the fans can't fight for you no matter if they're on your side or not, blah blah blah. But they eventually say, the defense will be on Leo's side. And then Leo, he contradicted that and said, like, nah, I think it'll probably be 50-50, because there's some Mexican fans that actually want to see Tank fight. So he was just being modest, but we know what that means. So it's just like this it could be ugly. You know what I mean? It could be very ugly. But this was just the very first press conference. Again, a lot was said from both sides. The more Leo spoke, the more confident Tank got. The more Floyd spoke, the more you can see Leonard Ellerby and Tank cringing inside for real. But as for my fight predictions is very. I was teeter-tottering, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I first heard about this fight being announced, I was teeter-tottering a lot. But now that this fight's here, and it's like really like here, originally I seen it like being possibly a Triple G Canelo Part 1. You know what I mean? S-type fight where a lot of pressure from Leo Santa Cruz and a lot of power boxing, pretty much power counter shots and boxing, kind of like slick from the outside from Tank until he could possibly get a knockout. But now I just see I see this fight being rough at first for Tank. I see this fight looking a little bit like some of his earlier fights, like with Pedraza and stuff, where like he's getting touched up a little bit. You know what I mean? Early. But then I just see it being an early night as well. Do I see him buckling Leo Santa Cruz by maybe round 6? Probably buckling him around round 6. And then cruising into like a knockout victory by like round 10. Similar to Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. But yeah, like originally, like I was thinking like maybe Leo would be too much because Tank's conditioning. I never doubted Tank's boxing ability. Like Tank, you can see if you ever watch any of his training, you see his boxing. You know what I mean? And then when you see him in fights, he's literally fighting as like in a professional style with heavy quotations. So it's just like I don't know. It's just a drive with Tank. He's like an AB. You know what I mean? You gotta worry about. You're always gonna be on the edge of your seat with Tank because you just don't know what Tank you're gonna get. If we get a slacking off Tank, then Leo's gonna have a field day with him and possibly be able to stop him. What I definitely see is him busting Tank open, busting his nose. You know what I mean? That's the scary thing. But all in all, like I see Tank coming in like Tank normally does. He's pretty much always fight ready. Even if he doesn't throw punches, he's pretty much fight ready. He's always knocking these niggas out. So yeah, I see him stopping. I see him dropping Leo probably around like round 5, or at least buckling him, and then coasting into like a knockout TKO victory by round 10 maybe. You know what I mean? Again, we shall see if Tank is super game, or really if Leo's game. Leo called Tank out, so Leo obviously sees something in Tank that he can exploit, but it cannot be what the average fans and average people are saying, because if it is, he's gonna have a long night, or really a short night. He's gonna have a long night. He's gonna be in the hospital, but it's just like he just got it. Like I'm praying that he sees something that the average person doesn't see. You know what I mean? Like maybe like the 5%er see, and it's not like what Mikey's seen in Earl, because like again like Leo exposed himself to saying I will get knocked the fuck out, and that just that just warmed Tank's heart. So yeah, if you like what you heard, you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Tank will be on weight for this fight? Do you think that that he is a one a first half fighter? Do you believe that either one of these fighters should be on the pound for pound list after this fight? Do you believe that there is turmoil in the Mayweather camp? Do you believe that Mayweather and Tank secretly has like a love-hate relationship, and the love is just professionalism and the hate is just personal? You know what I mean? Who knows? But in my eyes, I just see them both as people who are just very hungry and inspired, but driven in different ways, obviously, because one's a fighter and one's a promoter now. So again, just let me know what you think in the comment section. And obviously, the biggest question is, who do you got and why? Who do you got? Do you think Tank's gonna win? Do you think Leo's gonna win? And why do you think they're gonna win? And how do you think they're gonna win? Let me know in the comment section. Till next time, peace.